What is going on, guys, and welcome to HTML tutorial in brackets. In this video we're going to talk about two things in a table: the Rowspan and a Colspan. And again, as you can see, that I've created over here a table element, and now we're going to be putting our rows and our columns within that table element. So what I would do first, I would create a first row, and within that row I'm going to create, I don't know, let's say 5-6 table headings, right? So I'm going to create my first heading and I'm just going to leave it blank over here. And then I'm just going to copy that again, like 5-6 times. And then I'm going to say that this is going to be my some type of temperature at 9 a.m. And this is going to be 10 a.m. And here it's going to be, I don't know, 11 a.m. I guess. And here it's going to be 12 a.m. And I'm just going to delete this one for now. Okay, so now we have our first row over here, you can see. So let's just take this and copy this and paste it. And now we have the second row, right? But I'm just going to change it around. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a first heading over here, the one that was empty. I would say Monday. And I put a colon over here. And over here, I'm just going to create them as table data. So I'm just going to write TD. And over here, I'm just going to write, I don't know, couple of measurements of temperature, right? So I could say that it was 40. And then I'm going to copy this. Let's say now I have 4 40s, right? And I'm going to put over here, let's say, change around 50 and 60, right? So technically you could write something like this, right? You could say like, well, it was 9 a.m. and it was 40, 10 a.m. 40, and then 50 and 60. However, there's a nicer way how you can do that. And you can use that. You can do that by actually using the Colspan. And what you would have to do over here is you would get rid of this one table data over here. But with the first one, you would add a attribute, a Colspan over here. You can see that it's over here. And then you would write that you want this table data to span 2 columns over here. So you can see how it is, that it's 40 here, but it's also spanning all across the tab. And if I wanted to, I could actually delete this. And let's say that I could say span 3. And now you can see that it's spanning 3 of them. So that's another option that you have, that if you want to start spanning across the columns, you need to use the attribute Colspan. And now let's look at actually how we can do the row span. So we would have to do the same thing. We actually create a first row, let's say. And within that row, I'm going to again leave this blank over here. I'm going to say th, but I'm going to just leave that blank. And the next one, again, I'm going to write, or I'm just going to copy this, I don't know, 3 times over here. And then I would say again 10 a.m. And over here I'm going to write 11 a.m. And here it's going to be 12 a.m. So now I have 3 of them over here. So let's go ahead and create another row over here. So let's copy this. Let's paste it over here. And now let's write over here again the same thing that we had before. So let's say we're going to say Monday here, right? So we have Monday over here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to actually get rid of this th of this table heading over here. And what we would have to do over here is, you see where you have TAM, and what I would have to do is I would have to write Rowspan, and now we have a Rowspan. And I would pretty much say that I want 2 rows. And now you can see how actually 10 is spanning across the row 1 and row 2. So you get an idea. However, the difference is that you would need to get rid of this th. Because if you're going to leave this table heading over here, you can see over here, you can see how right now your table is basically spanning across here to the right, which is you don't want. Because if you're spanning across the rows, you would need to get rid of this actual table heading or table data that you have over here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.